Welcome to Signal to Alpha, your essential market briefing. I'm Lady Muriel, cutting through the noise to deliver what moves markets today. Let's get you your alpha before the opening bell. Executive summary. Markets face a critical week as Operation Epic Fury escalates across the Middle East. Iranian drone strikes shut down Qatar's massive LNG production facilities, sending European natural gas futures up 50%. And Texas holds Senate primaries that could flip control of Congress. The U.S. Embassy in Riyadh took direct hits from Iranian drones. Americans shelter in place across more than a dozen nations, and energy markets are pricing in sustained disruption. Let's break down what's moving markets. Energy is the headline story today. Iranian drone strikes forced Qatar to shut down LNG production at Ras Laffan, the world's largest export complex. European natural gas futures posted their biggest surge since the 2022 Ukraine crisis, with Dutch TTF prices jumping 50%. About 20% of global LNG trade flows through the Strait of Hormuz, primarily from Qatar, and markets are now pricing an extended supply risk. Saudi Arabia's Ras Tanura refinery also took damage, forcing a partial shutdown. With Bitcoin trading at $66,924, we're seeing safe haven flows accelerate. On the geopolitical front, Operation Epic Fury is ahead of schedule, according to President Trump, with over 1,000 targets struck in the first 24 hours. 6 U.S. service members have been killed in Iranian counterattacks. The U.S. Embassy in Riyadh was struck by 2 Iranian drones on Monday with visible damage but no casualties. Secretary of State Marco Rubio urged all Americans across the Middle East to evacuate immediately from Bahrain, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Syria, the UAE, and Yemen. Gulf states intercepted hundreds of Iranian missiles and drones, with the UAE alone stopping over 645 drones and 161 ballistic missiles. Defense Secretary Hegseth blasted NATO allies for hesitation, calling their reluctance to support operations shocking, given Iran's decades of funding terrorism. Spain refused base access, France called for de-escalation, and Germany warned of quagmire risks. The UK initially blocked use of British bases, but reversed course after Trump expressed disappointment with Prime Minister Keir Starmer. On the domestic political front, Texas holds pivotal Senate primaries today that could determine Republican control of Congress. Senator John Cornyn faces Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and Representative Wesley Hunt in a bruising GOP primary, with Cornyn warning that Paxton's legal troubles make him unelectable. On the Democratic side, Representative Jasmine Crockett faces State Representative James Tallarico, with race emerging as a campaign flashpoint after a Tallarico-aligned super PAC allegedly darkened Crockett's skin tone in an ad. The Supreme Court delivered a major parental rights victory, blocking California's law that prevented schools from notifying parents about student gender transitions. The majority opinion stated that California's policies violate parents' sincere religious beliefs about raising their children. That's your signal to Alpha for today. Subscribe for tomorrow's essential market briefing. Trade smart, stay informed. Check us out at capitalcopilot.io.